building on a sloping block. When sourcing the perfect block of land to build, your brand new home can be challenging. Will the frontage allow you for a home that you want? Is the property long enough to have an alfresco or a backyard? Is the block in the right location or within your budget? These are just some of the many considerations to figure out. What should you do if the block of your dreams is on a slope? In this podcast, we highlight and discuss the types of sloping blocks, how this can impact your build, the costs, and the unique benefits as well. What are the types of sloping blocks? Well, there generally are 4. The greatest influence to build is to identify which way the slope goes, and the most common types are upward sloping block. This is where the slope dips and it's lowest near the frontage of the block, while the highest point will be at the back of the site. Downward sloping block. This is where the slope dips as it's lowest near the back end of the block, while the highest point will be at the frontage of the site. Crossfall. This is where the slope is directed across the block or horizontally if you're looking at it from a street frontage. The 4th one is upward-downward slope with a crossfall. This is a combination of the above and the most difficult site to build on. What impacts buildings on sloping blocks? Overall, building on a sloping block can be difficult. There are a number of factors to consider as it can take much longer to build. The costs are certainly more expensive to complete, and you'll need a particular qualified builder to successfully do the works. Accessibility to the block of land. In a new land estate, the builder will likely have more accessibility. In a developed suburb, it can be very difficult to construct on a sloping block. The harder the access to the block of land, the greater the building delay to complete the home. The type of land. In every build, the soil type and the terrain will affect construction. It is important to analyse the block of land to identify the ground's condition for foliage, rock, or sand. In each situation, a change to the building strategy or methods will need to be implemented. The depth and degree of the sloping direction. The greater the slope, the more difficult it is to build on. There are many builders who will only construct on a home that has a certain slope depth or a degree. What sort of costs are expected when building on a sloping block? When building on a sloping block, it's expected that the cost to construct a house will be considerably more expensive. The development on a sloping block can take a greater level of thinking, a higher level of engineering, and often more costly materials to ensure a safe and aesthetically pleasing structure. If the slope is less than 2 meters fall, you may find the additional cost to be fairly marginal, in the scheme of things anyway. As that slope doubles, triples, or quadruples, the cost can get considerably expensive. In simple terms, the bigger the slope, the bigger the cost. Before purchasing a sloping block, it would be very wise to discuss this with your nominated builder before committing to buying. In some situations, a sloping block is cheaper to a flat block on the basis that the cost to build is far more expensive. What are the benefits of a sloping block? Once you've overcome the challenges and costs to build, there are a few nice benefits to a sloping block that can offer you. The home will be a custom designed property, so it will most likely have its own individuality. Here are 2 of the most common benefits. The views. The most notable reason why people want a sloping block is for the view. Depending on the location, you may have a wonderful view of the countryside, the beach, or the city skyline at night. Whatever dreams you're chasing, a sloping block can have you startled each and every day from your bedroom, living room, or even the outdoor decking. Number 2, the increased natural light. With nice large windows facing that wonderful view, you'll be able to appreciate more natural lighting, more fresh air, and better room temperature throughout the year. This will ultimately help your home be more environmentally sustainable too. What to do next? Whenever purchasing a home as an investment or to occupy, it is always more advantageous to have someone work on looking at a block or the slope in advance to you making any type of commitment, and also getting some assistance to identify the right builder for such a complex development. At Crest Property Investments, we specialise in sourcing brand new and off-the-plan properties for buyers. If you'd like our assistance with your next purchase, please don't hesitate to contact us. If you'd like to learn more about us, please feel free to look up on our website. Our YouTube channel and Market Insights are also a great place to provide a wealth of information to assist you in many areas relating to property. If you'd like to go to that website, it's www.crestproperty.net.au. Thank you. Bye for now.